Hi, this is Sage Kimball and I'm the Mad Stamper. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips for using Smooch Spritz and how to make your own color and shimmer paint spritzes. Stampin' Up! Sells Smooch Spritz that comes in these little glass tubes with a nozzle on top. I love the bit of bling it adds to a project, but I don't like how easily the nozzle gets plugged up. I know many people have given up on Smooch Spritz because of the clogging problem, but I'm going to show you a way you can still use it without the frustration. First thing you want to do is take the Smooch Spritz and shake it up because all of the bling and the color is down here at the bottom. And so you want to mix that really well so you don't leave all the bling in the tube when you pour it out. You can see pretty easily if there's still some of the bling down in the bottom, and you just keep shaking until that's all dissolved in the liquid. So that looks like I've got all of it. And the next thing to do is to unscrew the nozzle and take it off. So if you're going to use a Stampin' Spritzer, it's best to fill it only halfway with the Smooch Spritz because it will just about fill up the whole spritzer bottle with the amount that's in the tube. I'm going to use this spray bottle that I've been using for Smooch Spritz, and since it's a 2-ounce bottle, I can pour the whole thing into the spray bottle. Then I'm going to pour a little bit of alcohol in. You don't need much. Even a little will thin down the Smooch Spritz enough to keep from clogging the nozzle. Then you shake it up and you're ready to use it. In a minute, I'll show you my setup for spritzing so that I don't get it all over my craft table. But first I want to show you how to make your own color spritzes. I'm going to make a pool party spritz for a project I'm working on. Since pool party is such a light color and I want it to show up against a white background, I'm going to use quite a bit of ink refill. I'm going to put about 20 drops in here. With a darker color, you won't need as much ink. So that's what 20 drops looks like in the bottom of the tube. It fills about 1/4 inch of the tube. Since I want a little bling in this spritz, I'm going to add some Frost White Shimmer Paint. So after shaking it up, I'm going to use a dropper because it's kind of hard to pour out just a drop or two with the shimmer paint. So I've got a little dropper I've used before, and I add just 2 drops. Then I need to add alcohol. So I added enough alcohol to bring the mixture up to about 1 inch here. And as you can see, the shimmer paint has a tendency to stick to the sides. But don't worry about that because enough will get mixed in to the liquid that it'll work fine. So I shake it really well, and then I'm ready to spritz with it. This mixture is going to give me a lot of color saturation, like you see here. But if you want it finer or more diluted, of course you can add more alcohol. You can also make a nice spritzing mixture with alcohol and just shimmer paint. I've got some champagne mist shimmer paint mixed with alcohol in this bottle. And all you do is pour in a pretty good dollop of the shimmer paint and then some alcohol. This is mixed pretty thin so that it'll give a nice even spray, but again, you just experiment with the ratio that gives you the effect that you want. I have a spritzing box set up in the laundry room, so I'll show that to you now. Here we are in my laundry room where I've got my spritzing cardboard box set up at an angle. You can see I've got dado here on the back of the box. I find that I get the best results when I can hold the spritzer almost upright and parallel to the surface that I'm spritzing. So that's why I position the box in this way. I like to start with spraying a piece of scratch paper so that I make sure that I've got the mix I want and I see how far away I want to hold it. Also, the first spray or two may come out pretty splotchy because the tube isn't filled with a mixture yet. It helps if you're not tentative when you spray. If you just give a really solid push on the nozzle all the way down to where it stops, you'll get a good spray. Remember that spritzing is a casual technique. You don't have complete control over where the color lands and the spray pattern. So only use it when you don't need perfection. Once I know what my spray pattern is going to look like, I can take my cardstock and place that in the box and hold the spritzer approximately the same distance away and press the plunger. I hope this video inspires you to get out your Smooch Spritz, your ink refills, and Shimmer Paint and get spritzing. For more inspiration and instruction, be sure to visit me on my website at www.stampingmadly.com, the Stamping Madly Facebook page, and the Mad Stamper YouTube channel. Happy stamping!